to Nettie, over to Miller in the corner for a three. Yes, sir. That quiets the crowd a little bit. We're tied at 41. Foreman in the right side wing, lob underneath. There's Nettie. She goes up hard, lays it up and in. And the Buffs have the lead back 6.
Well, another comeback win for the Colorado women's basketball team. They continue to roll, the 5th-rated team in the country. Gets a 1-point win on the road down in Tucson, Arizona. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Buffalo Stampede. Voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson. Boy, J.R. Payne and company right now on fire. Voice of the women's basketball program, CORY LOPEZ. Kind of fun having the men and women down here in Arizona at the same time. That was a heck of a win yesterday.
You know what? I'm still catching my breath. I think Buffs Nation catching their breath as well. It's the first time they'd won since 2015 down here, and it is a tough place to play, as you well know. But they had the light sticks going. They had 7,300 people out there. Colorado didn't play that great, but they played well enough to get it done and win for the first time. They broke a 5-game losing streak down here. It's hard to win down in Tucson, and it's hard to win down here in Tempe, too.
You know, CORY, you were with this team last year during that run to the Sweet 16. We knew this was a talented basketball team, and a lot of players coming back. You thought it was going to be pretty good. Did you expect this level of play? I mean, right now, let's be honest, this is a legitimate Final Four caliber team.
Yeah, it really is. It's the extra year of experience, and you get the addition of Maddie Nolan from Michigan. You get the addition of Sarah Rose Smith coming in from Missouri. They have been key components here to what's already a pretty veteran club. So I can't say I expected to think, ooh, this is going to be a Final Four team. But all the expectations got thrown out the window when they beat LSU to open up the season. That's essentially how that worked out, because then you went, oh, wow, they really are that good, and the team is now really believing they are that good.
So what went down yesterday? I mean, Arizona jumped out early, down double digits, but the fourth quarter, I mean, Colorado shot almost 70% in that final frame.
You know what? Arizona only had 7 players available to them, but they were 7 very talented players. Adia Barnes does a great job there. You know, they're only about 3 years removed from being in the national title game anyway, so she recruits very well. There were a couple of really fantastic freshmen there. So they played very well. Colorado did some really uncharacteristic things, turning the ball over. They turned it over 20 times yesterday, and they really just don't do that. What happened, though, toward the end was the same thing that happened in the Utah game, and that was Colorado decided, okay, enough of this. Let's get back to playing some Buffs basketball. Let's be smart and get the ball in the hands of Jalen Sherrod. Second straight game that she's played fantastic. And even when you had players that weren't scoring, like Frida Foreman, she ended up with 5 assists. You know, so when players aren't scoring, they're doing the little things. Sarah Rose Smith ended up with 9 rebounds. She had 4 points, you know. So it's not just Jalen going out and scoring 34 like she did against Utah, or scoring 18 like she did against Arizona. It's everybody else contributing as well. So it's been a overall, and I know this is cliche, it's a team effort. It really is. And it doesn't matter who is scoring the most. They find somebody who's hot, and they make sure they get her the ball.
You summed me up beautifully. I was going to bring up Jalen Sherrod. Really, at Colorado right now, we're fortunate. We're watching 2 of the best point guards in America. KJ Simpson, of course, on the men's side. Jalen comes back for another year and has elevated her game. Where has she evolved? How has she gotten better? How does this make the team better?
She realizes now that she is the emotional leader, and I think that's really important for her, because she knew that she could spark the club, but she didn't realize when she wasn't playing well, if she dipped that chin down a little bit, kind of hung her head a little bit, that affected the team. She doesn't do that this year. She understands that she really is the emotional leader, and that's a big deal for a team, to have somebody that understands that. She picks other people up, and it's not her being selfish, because believe me, when she won the AP Player of the Week award and the Pac-12 Player of the Week award, she's a shy person. And so even her teammates in the locker room were joking. They were saying, all right, what other award are we making up to give to her this week, you know, because she played so well. And they like to be able to kind of put it on to her, because they understand she's a shy person, but she is a spark on this team. And now she understands she's got to keep her chin up the entire time, and that's what a leader does.
If you're going to play at the level the Buffs are right now and be a Final Four caliber team, you got to be good defensively. When I've watched this women's program, that's what really strikes me.
You know what? They play good defense, and they played good defense last year. Now they've got the offense to go along with it. So you're right. I agree with you. It's the defense, and J.R. Payne and T will say defense. But they went out and they put up 70-plus points against an Arizona club yesterday. In Pac-12 play, that didn't always happen for Colorado. They struggled at times with that. So now they can lock down on defense like they did when they needed to at the end of the game. They can also put up some points, and that's a big deal.
Lastly here, last couple of seconds. Also, when I watch his team on the interior, we like to talk about Frida Foreman, Jalen Sherrod, what's going on in the perimeter. What's going on down inside with Quay and everybody, and Aaronette, it's been pretty impressive.
Aaronette Vonleh is finally starting to get that confidence to understand she's a pretty good player. They've been telling her that for a while since she transferred in last year. She's really starting to believe it, and a lot of that has come from Quay Miller helping her out, making her believe. And again, Quay has been up and down at times, but again, she's another one of those emotional leaders too. So she understands. She keeps her chin up too. Aaronette keeps her chin up. Everybody just has a positive attitude, and they know eventually they're going to turn it on and get it done.
Buff women going for the sweep down here in Arizona. They've got Arizona State coming up next. After a quick timeout, we're talking men's basketball. The Buffs will take on the Sun Devils as well. Cory Lopez, women's basketball voice, joining us here in the Buffalo Stampede. Back in a moment.